How in touch are you with reality? Have you come to terms with the word retirement? Yes, retirement. It will happen to every one of us. Yes, it's going to happen to you, and it will happen to me. And that's why they say make hay while the sun shines. So this video is sharing with you 7 things you just need to put in place to show that you're ready and you're planning for your retirement. So let's go. Yes, 7 things to do, or to how to prepare. 7 things to do getting ready for retirement. You can be 20, 30, 40 watching me. It does not really matter. It is just the speed. Because if you're 20, you are so much at advantage even to be watching this video. Because if you put those things into place now, you're not going to be under any pressure like some of us eventually actually fell into. Yes, some of us fell into depression because when we were 20s and 30s, we were not thinking about retirement. We were thinking about living for now and living for the next 5-10 years. But retirement happens to all of us. Yes, it happens. So if you're 20, congratulations that you are watching this video. And if you have any friend that you actually mean well for, please share this video because this is going to be useful. Yes, it's going to be useful. So, and if you're 30, 40, yes, I think this is a prime time because you have not started at 20 to start thinking of retirement. And if you're 50, it's never too late. The only thing is that the speed you would have to use to get prepared is going to be like that of the gazelle. Speed and intensity is going to be double, triple of those that are in the 30s and the 40s. So you're welcome even to this video. Number 1, decide on when you're going to retire. Because you might be 50 there and maybe in your heart of hearts you don't want to retire until you're 70. Decide on when you really want to retire. The fact that you retire does not mean that you're not going to do anything, but that is the time that a lot of people go into doing things they actually love to do, but without the consciousness of the commercial returns that come from doing those things. So retiring does not mean that you wake up and say, yes, for some people, yes, you don't want to do anything, but the thing is that you need to decide on when. Is it going to be, yes, officially in UK it is 65, but for you might want to retire early. Some people, once they've made enough and they have enough passive income to support their lifestyle, they retire early. Some people retire at 50, 40. It depends on you. But I want to believe you're watching, or as if you're watching this video. If you haven't made a plan, I want to encourage you to start thinking about it and to use this video to start to make that plan. So when do you want to retire? Is it 60, 50, 65, 70, 75? Make that decision. Yes, make that decision. And how old are you now? So how many years do you have to that retirement? You need to start thinking about that. How many years do you have to that? And do you have what it takes to retire at the age you actually desire to retire? Number 2, what lifestyle do you desire to live when then? What kind of lifestyle do you want to have then? Are you the type that maybe currently you holiday twice a year and you still want to continue with that lifestyle? You know your current cost of living, and whether we like it or not, there is inflation that is eating in every year. So with your current cost of living, is that the way you still want to live when you retire? And if that is the way you want to live, what are you doing to make sure you're going to have enough income even when you are not actively working to support that lifestyle? So how you want to live matters. You need to think about your medical costs. As you age, your medical cost increases. You need to consider the cost of living, where you really want to retire, which type of house do you want, what type of house do you really want to live in, which country, where exactly, is it in the city, the suburb, wherever you want to retire. You need to have that. You need to start thinking about that, and you also need to have legacy in mind. By the time you're long gone, yes, there are some things you want to be doing then, and you want to start now. Maybe you want to start growing those things then, so that they would have blossomed at the time you retire and you go full time into those things. You need to be legacy minded. Number 3, do you have enough income or inflow or cash flow or revenue to be able to support your lifestyle that you desire when you retire? And this is where passive income comes in. For those of us that you're actively working and at that time you want to stop to actively work for commercial or gains, you need to start thinking of passive income. Yes, I will do another video on passive income. And if you think of any other thing, please feel free. Any question in the comment section, please. And number 4, make sure you have your financial folder. I did a video on financial folder, and in that video I shared a template of financial folder that I've created just for people to start off with. You can edit it and amend it to suit your purpose. Do you have a financial folder? In preparing for retirement, you should have, because that will guide you, that will help you to know how much will be coming in even at that time. So you need to have a financial folder. And also, preparing for retirement, that means you're thinking of the day. Do you have a will? You need to prepare your will and trust. Please, 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 this is not about, oh, it's not going to happen to me. Death happens to all of us, and it is going to happen. Whether voluntarily or it just happens, it's going to happen. So start thinking of that for retirement. And it will be nice when you're actively working, so that the cost of putting all those things together, when you can afford it, you start making that expenditure now, not when you leave active service and your income is a bit limited. That's when those extra expenditure, why not make them now? Make them now. And also, please keep a part. I cannot help, though in the financial folder video I shared that you should have a password file, but separately now, because not everybody will want to have that financial folder. Please keep a password file. Even if you are not going to keep that financial folder, if you think you don't have enough assets for you to document or to keep those things organized, that financial folder just helps you to get organized financially. Keep a password file, because what? As you age, we all know in so many of our homes where we have the elderly, dementia always happens to quite a number of elderly. So that by the time it's going to happen, if it happens, we pray it doesn't happen. But if it happens, you're ready. Keep a password file and draw a plan from where you are now. Are you 10 years to that retirement age? 20, 30, 40, or 50 to your retirement age? Draw a plan. Draw out a plan from now. Whether you're 10, I don't know whether you're 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years to that retirement age. Draw that plan now. And that plan, start working it out. Kind of do a gap analysis. This is where I am now. If I'm going to put things away to be able to support the lifestyle that I want when I retire without depending on anybody and the government. Yes, let us not live and plan our life to depend on anybody. Do I have enough? So what can I start putting away now? It means you have to start thinking of passive income. Means you need pension scheme is a must. And if you are working, if you're an employee in a place, you're shortchanging yourself by not participating and contributing to the pension scheme. You're shortchanging yourself because you're taking care of the future now. So please go and find out about pension scheme and get into one. And you might be asking, oh, what age is the best age for me to start planning? The day you start working is the day you should actually start planning for your retirement. Yes, because it puts less pressure on you. You could imagine if somebody at 19, 20 has started putting away £10, $10, 20 euro, whatever, on a monthly basis. By the time he or she is 65, do you know how much? I'll do another video on compound interest for you to see how it increases by putting away that money. So, what age? As soon as you start working, that is the age you should plan for your retirement. And definitely, if you put all these things in place, you would find yourself having this financial peace, confidence, and that takes you to wherever you want to go. So I will see you next time that we upload on this channel. My name is Etil Atinoke, and this is TinuTalks.